Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Will Perez.
I'm Rob Rodriguez.
Let's talk cigars.
So we've talked about a couple of different things on here so far about how to pick a good cigar, talk about some cigar lounge etiquette, things like that. But we had a lot of questions from people, from different viewers, and from when people come into the lounge. They ask us a lot of the same questions, and it's how many cigars do you smoke a day?
Yeah,
I get that question a lot.
A lot.
And the other one is tell me about your first cigar.
Yeah.
So if we told you how many cigars you smoke a day, that'd be a very short show. So we're gonna go with the other one.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first cigar. So Will and I have kind of the same experience almost with first cigars. But what I want to tell you, we're going to share those experiences with you. But I want to tell you is that your first experience doesn't define cigars.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because you could have a good experience, you could have a bad experience, but it's not going to define cigars like generally.
Yeah.
It's not.
So tell me about your very first cigar.
So my very first, I think I was about 19 or 20. I had just eaten something, and I was going to drive. I was in Chicago, and I was going to drive 2 hours north, west. I was going to go see some friends, but it was a 2 hour drive. I had eaten. I was a big cigarette smoker at the time, and I said, I want to quit cigarettes. I think they're gross. You know, they smell funny. They just not a cool look, right? So I stopped at a gas station that said they had tobacco products. So they had this humidor. Of course, I knew some stuff about cigars, obviously, but a lot of those brands in there, I didn't know what they were. They weren't familiar to me. But I knew I didn't want to buy something cheap, right? So I think I spent maybe $15, which was a lot back then.
A lot of money back then.
Yeah, for a cigar. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that one. It looked nice. It was about this size, right? Maybe a Toro. I get in my car. I start driving. I'm like, pull this bad boy out, open the window slightly. I'm on the expressway. I had no cutter. Duh. You know? And the lighter I had was like one of those little cigarette lighters. So little click, 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 click. So I chew on the end. And I light it up, and so I'm smoking it, right? So far, so good. I'm like, okay, this ain't too bad, you know? Coming from the cigarette world, though, you're inhaling a lot of cigarettes. So I got a couple inhales in there, and needless to say, I was not feeling very well. But I was determined to try and get through it, which was probably a mistake. So yeah, there I was puffing away, and I was just like, I had to pull over. I was not feeling well. I chucked that thing.
So you didn't even finish it?
No, I started drinking my Gatorade because I picked up a Gatorade too at the gas station.
That's the good pairing of cigars and Gatorade, the famous pairing.
Famous. Pairs wonderfully, especially when you're not feeling well, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Right? If you don't know what you're doing, get a Gatorade. No, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. What about you?
Oh, so mine was.
I mean, that was like my first half of first, right? Because I still have another story that was way better.
We're going to talk about your first good experience too, because you and I both have bad experiences.
Yeah.
With our first cigars. So mine was probably 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. It was in Puerto Rico. It was me, my brother, and sister went with my parents to Puerto Rico just to visit family. And my mom likes to go to the casinos a lot, and we always kind of babysit her in the casinos. And so she was at the casino one night, me and my brother were there kind of hanging out, neither of us really gamble. And all of a sudden my brother disappears. I'm like, where did he? I'm like, he went back to the hotel. I'm like, that sucker. I'm like, he's leaving me here with mom. And yeah, for real. But he comes back with 2 cigars, and they're in this plastic thing. He's like, you know what these are? I'm like, obviously they're cigars. He's like, yeah, we're gonna smoke them. He's like, they're Cubans. You can't get them in the United States. And I was like, I'm like, which end do we even cut?
You're gonna
Which
break
end do
the
we
law.
light? I had never had a cigar before, you know? And like, it wasn't a thing that I liked. People smoked them around me. I liked how they smelled, but I wasn't a cigarette smoker or anything. And so I didn't know what end to light. We didn't know what end to cut. And so me and him, we ditched my mom for like 5 minutes. We walked back to the shop where he got them. And the guy cut them for us and lit them. And then we were walking back and we were smoking. I remember it was Old San Juan. We were walking down Old San Juan and we have these 2 cigars. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, I look so cool. I'm like, but I hate everything about this. I hate it. But we're smoking and I'm like, I can't be the one who says anything that I don't like it.
Sure.
Because my brother's obviously liking it. And so finally I turned to him and I go, dude, are you liking this? And he's like, no. And we were passing it back to Rob and was like, dude, let's go get ice cream. And we threw the cigars away and we went and got ice cream.
Perfect.
So that was my first cigar experience, probably like early 2000s.
Yeah.
And so we both made mistakes. I went from 0 to Cuban.
Sure.
Which is like saying, I'm going to go to the gym today.
Assuming it was a real Cuban.
Well, assuming, right. But that's like
Who
saying, I'm
knows?
going to go to the gym and I'm going to deadlift a refrigerator.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not, you don't
doesn't
start,
work.
you start small. You work your way up there. Assuming that was a real Cuban. I don't know what it was. My brother bought it. Who knows? And you decided to go for a cigar that you didn't even know about.
No clue.
You had no tools.
I had nothing. I knew I had a 2-hour drive and I needed something to do. Because back then we didn't have all these fancy smartphones. I couldn't put a podcast on. I couldn't listen to like Spotify or Pandora or anything.
So you had to have your Atlas
I
out.
mean, you only had so many tapes you can go through, right? So I was just done with the music and I needed something different. And that was definitely different.
I think the big mistake that both of us made, though, is that, well, you and my brother, is that you guys, I don't think that we should have talked to the people who owned the place. And been like, hey, I'm brand new. Never smoked a cigar before.
100%.
What should I smoke?
100%.
And he probably would have asked you, what do you do? Drive it. Oh, here, let me cut that for you.
Yep.
So you're not over there,
And that's the beauty with like having resources like we have today, like YouTube, like a channel like this or something. Like you can just research real quick my first cigar or something, and somebody will tell you, hey, just ask,
Or like for my brother, he should have said, we haven't really smoked before.
Yeah, that would have been helpful.
Which acid do you recommend?
Which flavored cigar do you recommend?
What do you recommend? And for me, when people come in all the time here, I say, let's get something light. Let's get something like maybe a Connecticut Shade wrapper. I recommend a lot of Perdomo champagnes. I recommend a lot of the Charter Oak, the Connecticut's. I recommend some of the sweeter ones, depending on what they want. We should have asked. So there are mistakes. First time cigar smoker mistakes. We all make them.
Yeah, we definitely both learned something that day.
Yeah. For me, it was ice cream greater than cigars at that point.
For me, was not feeling awful.
Drinking
Was
your
greater
Gatorade.
than feeling awful.
Get your electrolytes.
Get your electrolytes. Yeah, I learned that. Bradley Bulls.
Okay, so that was our first cigar, but now I want to hear your story about that first cigar that hit. That one where you were like, oh
man,
I actually like
the one that changed everything for me. I was probably already early 30s. I was at a wedding and everyone's having a good time, and one of the groomsmen or whatever pulls out a box of cigars, right? And he's like, gentlemen, today is the day we smoke Cuban cigars. And I was like,
Cuban.
I think these were legit.
No.
So he starts handing out these cigars to these guys, bam, bam, bam. And so he gives me one and I'm like, and I start thinking about that day, right?
Where's my Gatorade?
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about this, but let's do it. It was a Monte Cristo number 2.
Oh,
Which is still one of my favorite cigars today. That was the best cigar I've ever had. He had all his tools, so it was cut properly. Nice torch lighter, and I was older, wiser, more mature, more observant, right? So I knew I was not going to inhale this time. At this point, I had stopped smoking cigarettes many, many years. So I was good. So there I was puffing away on this thing, and I remember just like taking a puff and then going, just like kind of looking at it like, huh. Take another puff, and then I would look at it again like, like so many things were happening in my mind. Not just I really like this, right? I want to be part of whatever this thing is offering me. This is incredible. This is how I got into IT, right?
Yeah.
We bought a computer for the house because my wife was she was like a legal secretary, so she worked with a lot of attorneys, and she needed a computer. So we bought a computer, and I was just fascinated back then. So I opened it up and I looked inside, and I wanted to know everything about it, and that's how I got into the IT world. I learned everything about it. But the same thing with the cigar that day. I wanted to know everything about it. I wanted to know, like, the leaf, where it grew, how it grew, how everything. I was obsessed. I fell in love that day with cigars. Changed everything for me. And here I am today.
For me, that first one that hit was I was on vacation. I was in Mexico with my friends Tony and Jonathan, and we had 3 swim-up rooms right next to each other. And we came back and we were going to go eat dinner, and all the wives said that they wanted to take naps. And so the guys were like, we're not taking naps, we're on vacation.
Yeah.
So we all went outside to the swim-up, just hanging out in the swim-ups. We're out there having drinks from our refrigerator, and then we're ordering a bunch of room service. We ended up not going to dinner that night because we ate so much in the pool, and our wives got super mad at us. Not a great night. But Jonathan disappears.
Yep.
He disappears, like, doesn't even say bye, nothing. He just disappeared. And then, like, he'd probably been gone for like 5 minutes, and Tony and I were like, Jonathan, where'd he go? And he comes back like 10 minutes later with 3 cigars, and they were Ashtons.
Okay.
They were Ashtons. Nice. I remember because I was looking at the band, and he's like, hey, I went to the gift shop. He's like, we're celebrating vacation. I got these cigars. First, they were already cut. He had bought a lighter.
Nice.
And so we're sitting in the pool. We're in Mexico, and we've got all this food around us, all these drinks. We're just hanging out, and I'm smoking this thing, and I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is a good cigar. And I forgot what we were drinking, but we were having a good old time. And I remember thinking, this is something, I get it now. I get it. And my wife and I we were in the military, so we didn't have a lot of time to take vacations or anything like that. And now that our kids are older and gone, we try to get out and take some vacations. And what I would do since that vacation, every vacation, I would smoke a cigar. And then, like, I was sitting at home one day, and I was like, why am I waiting? Why am I cigars aren't just for special occasions. Like, every day can be a special occasion.
Every day.
And so I was like, why am I waiting, 6 months to smoke a cigar? But that was the first one that hit for me, but it was a good cigar.
Yep.
That's a great brand. It was properly cut. It was properly lit. We had everything done right, and that's the one that kind of changed everything for me.
Yeah.
So
it kind of just all made sense.
Yeah.
That day. Something clicked.
Yeah.
Like it did for me that day.
Yeah.
I mean, something just clicked, and I wanted to be part of that world. I wanted to be part of that.
And I think if we look at both experiences, like, we both had bad experiences up front because we didn't know what we were doing. We weren't asking questions. We didn't have the right cigars. We didn't have the right tools. And then if you look at the second time, they were good cigars. Yours was a Monte Cristo. Mine was Ashton. They were cut right. They were lit right. You were in the right settings. You weren't driving a car. I wasn't walking down the street in San Juan.
It made a huge difference.
So for people out there, if it's your first cigar, I'd say make sure you're doing it right. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Come in and just say I've never smoked a cigar before. I've smoked one before and it was terrible. Tell us, and we can help you with that. We want to make that experience good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I would say before closing, maybe just a couple things to keep in mind as you're grabbing your very first cigar, right? Don't inhale. This is not one of those things that you inhale. It's not a cigarette.
No.
Right? It's not a vape product. You're not inhaling this thing. Okay. So you want to enjoy all the flavors that it offers. So you puffing it in, all that smoke in your mouth, and you're blowing it all out, taking it all in, all that flavor, right? And don't rush through it. Take your time. Cigars are meant to be taken slow.
Enjoy.
And I think that's one of my favorite things about a cigar, that it kind of forces you to slow down and relax a bit. It's so therapeutic to sit back and smoke a cigar. And so you have this dedicated time now, at least for me, 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down at least for 2 hours because I want to enjoy this thing all the way down to the bottom as much as I can. So take your time, don't inhale it. If you need to relight it, touch it up, no problem with that. And enjoy it, man. Reflect on everything in life and all the good and the bad and what you've learned.
Yeah. And I'd say you've heard our stories now.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd like to do is you guys tell us your stories. What was your first cigar, good or bad? And then what was that first good one that you had? I'd love to see those stories in the comments.
Yeah, I'd love to know, like, what was that one cigar that just clicked for you, right? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because I love those stories.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a Monte Cristo? Was it an Ashton? Was it a Perdomo? Like, just curious, you know?
Was it a black and mild?
Oh, God. I did those when I was younger. Yeah, I did.
Those don't count.
Yeah, no, those don't count.
Yeah.
Although they help, right? Because they kind of set the
is it the
stage for,
gateway?
like, yeah, kind of like,
But yeah, I want to see those in the comments. I want to read your guys' stories. I want to see what's out there.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's all we got for today.
Well.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us. If you're gonna smoke, do it with class, do it with culture, and more importantly, do it with intention. Catch you guys in the next one.